How's your embroidery machine doing? Its performance heavily relies on how well you maintain it. Hey friends, welcome back to BAi TV channel. I'm Shakira. Today we will reveal the secrets to keeping your embroidery machine in top shape. Join me as I guide you through some easy yet impactful operations to become a master of machine maintenance. Let's start by discussing why it is important to maintain an embroidery machine. First, extend service time. Embroidery machine is a kind of precision mechanical equipment. Regular maintenance can effectively extend its life. Regular cleaning and oiling will reduce the wear and tear of the machine and keep the machine running normally, thus reducing the possibility of malfunctioning. Second, improve embroidery quality. Regular needle replacement ensures that the embroidery machine works properly and maintains the quality and effect of the embroidery. Using worn needles may cause problems such as skipped stitches and fabric damage, affecting the beauty and firmness of the embroidery. Third, improve work efficiency. Regular maintenance ensures the proper function of the embroidery machine and reduces malfunctions and downtime, thus improving work efficiency. Maintaining embroidery machines is a preventive maintenance measure, which will reduce the probability of causing machine problems and keep production running continuously. Fourth, saving maintenance costs. Regular maintenance can identify potential problems with the machine and fix them in time to prevent small problems becoming big ones. Timely maintenance and repair can reduce unnecessary damages and malfunctions, avoid the increase of maintenance costs. A dirty machine might affect the customer's view, and it also causes problems such as bird's nest and stains on the embroidery. So you need to clean. Then how to clean an embroidery machine? Here's a list of the tools you'll need. Tools cleaning brush. You need to have at least one brush for removing dust, fibers, and embroidery thread debris for your embroidery machine. A hard bristle brush may scratch the surface of the embroidery machine or damage critical parts such as needles, so it is usually recommended to use a soft bristle brush rather than a hard bristle brush. Cleaning cloths. Prepare soft flannel or cotton cloths for wiping embroidery surfaces, screens, and soiled areas. Wet wipes can also be used instead. However, if the needles or other parts of the embroidery machine are subjected to heavy soiling from oil, sticky residue, or mold, a moderate amount of specific cleaner may be more effective. Since the machine often needs to oil, a light degreasing type cleaner is recommended. Avoid using corrosive cleaners. Step 1. Turn off the power. Always turn off the power before cleaning the embroidery machine to ensure safety. Step 2. Clean the outside. Includes the embroidery machine's body, base, and touchscreen, which often contain dust and dirt. Use a clean cotton cloth moistened with water, or just use wet wipes to wipe these parts. When wiping to the touchscreen, pay attention to ease the stains. In addition, the area which needs to be refilled is prone to oil stains, so wipe it down with a light decreasing cleaner. Step 3. Clean the shuttle bed. The needle moves up and down during the embroidery operation of machine, and it is easy to keep embroidery threads, fabric scraps, and other debris in the bobbin. Take out the bobbin case, check whether there is any accumulation of threads, fibers, or other debris inside the bobbin, and use a soft brush to clean it up and ensure smooth embroidery. Step 4. Clean the scissors. When trimming embroidery threads, it is easy to leave thread debris and lint behind. Use a brush to clean the blade area of the scissors in a timely manner to ensure the sharpness of the scissors. After each use of embroidery machine, it is recommended that cleaning the surfaces of the machine and the bobbin area briefly to ensure cleanness and smooth operation. In addition to simple cleaning after each use, more thorough cleaning should be performed periodically. The exact intervals depend on frequency of use and environment. If you use frequently, a daily or weekly cleaning may be appropriate. So if you use it rarely, a full cleaning can be done every month or 2 months. If you are in trouble with your embroidery machine, such as thread skipped, thread broken, specific areas may need to be cleaned and adjusted. Precautions. Don't clean with excessive force to avoid damaging the parts of the embroidery machine. Use appropriate cleaning agents and tools to avoid damages to the embroidery machine. Take care to prevent water or cleaners in turning the sensitive parts of the embroidery machine, which may cause a short circuit or lead to malfunctions. Let's now discuss how to oil an embroidery machine. Strange noises from your machine are the most obvious reminder that it's time to oil. By oiling and greasing your machine, it will reduce friction between parts, reduce noise, minimize skipping, and extend the life of your machine. Oil points include moving parts and connection points. Be careful not to overuse the oil. Here is a list of tools. Sewing machine oil. It is usually used to oil the moving parts of embroidery machines, such as shafts and bearings. We recommend using ordinary white sewing machine oil, which is low viscosity, easy to evaporate, and abrasion resistant. You can buy it almost anywhere craft supplies are sold. Oil dripping tool. Sewing machine oil is usually used in conjunction with a small oil bottle or drip pen. This allows you to control the amount of oil precisely, so that you don't overdo it or drip it on areas that don't need oil. Our machines come with a free clear plastic oil bottle. However, if you want to control the amount of oil dripping more precisely, you can also buy a precision oil pen that usually costs around $10. You can buy it from Amazon. Grease. Use grease on cams and other locations to ensure proper motor running. It is recommended to use oils that have medium viscosity, high temperature, oxidation, and non-volatile properties, such as Tree Flow Clear Synthetic Grease, Lucas White Lithium Grease, and so on. You can buy it from Amazon or hardware stores. Brush. For applying the grease, you need to have a clean brush. Screwdriver. Used to remove protective covers from specific areas to facilitate oiling the inside of the machine. Tips. It is not recommended to use overly viscous oils or greases, which are easily to create deposits and lead to clogging. Step 1. Turn off the power. For safety, disconnect the power and make sure the machine is stopped before performing any oil operation. Step 2. Oil. Find each oil point. Use the oil dripping tool to oil in turn. The parts that need to be oiled are the parts that machine that often need to move, including the head of the oiling hose, 2 drops each time. The oiling hose on the surface of the shuttle bed, 2 drops each time. The guide rail. This step you need to move the machine body, the left and right sides of the guide rail evenly on oil, 2 drops each time. The bobbin hook. Pay attention to take out the bobbin core, 1 drop each time. The drive pole, 2 drops each time. All of the needle bar, 1 drop each time. Step 3. Apply grease. Take out the brush, dip it into an appropriate amount of grease, and spread it evenly. There are usually 3 places where you need to apply grease. The cam located inside the motor's protective cover. You need to remove the protective cover of the housing. The cam inside the spindle. Again, remove the protective cover first, and the back part of the guide rail. Adjust the needle position first so that the headstock is moved to the far right, and then you will be able to see the back part of the guide rail. When brushing the grease to all these places, you need to turn the corresponding knob while brushing. Step 4. Cleaning. After the oil is finished, excess oil is easy to seep out. If you don't clean it up in time, it may stain the surface of the machine or even drip onto the embroidery fabric. So you need to use a cleaning cloth or cotton swab to clean it up. You can easily access our educational oiling video on our homepage. Frequency. For the parts that use sewing machine oil, it is recommended to oil the bobbin hook after each use, and to oil the other parts every 7 to 10 days. If you use the machine every day, twice a week. If you work more than 8 hours a day, you can oil 3 times a week. For the parts that use grease, it is recommended to just brush them once every 6 months. The oil is not volatile, so it will stay longer than you don't need to add it too often. Generally, it takes about 10 to 15 minutes to oil an embroidery machine. Precautions. Adding the proper amount of sewing machine oil and grease is sufficient. Not more drops, the better. Too much grease may cause problems such as lubricant spillage, oil accumulation, and uneven lubrication. Also take note of select the proper grease. Next, let's chat about how to change embroidery machine needles. Every time you use your embroidery machine, your needles are at work, keeping an eye on them, replacing them if something goes wrong, not to mention if a needle breaks. and keeping them clean and sharp are prerequisites for creating precision embroidery. This is the judgment criteria. Needle eye. Check the needle eye for wear, cracks, deformation, or burrs. Needle tip. Observe whether the needle tip shows obvious wear or deformation. Poor embroidery results are often due to a dull needle tip. Step 1. Make sure the embroidery machine is turned off first. Step 2. Locate the needle bed and needle plate, then use a screwdriver to undo the screws holding the embroidery machine needle in place and remove the old needle completely. Step 3. Select a new embroidery machine needle. Maintain an embroidery machine. You just need to make sure that it matches the size and type of the original needle. If you are replacing the needle because you are changing the type of embroidery or the embroidery fabric, choose the appropriate type and size of needle for your needs. If you don't know how to choose the right needle, you can refer to the article How to Choose the Right Needle for Your Project on the website below. Tilt the needle 15 degrees to the left and insert the new needle into the needle bed of the embroidery machine, making sure the needle handle is fully in, then pull back in the screws that were undone. Frequency. It is recommended that embroidery needles be replaced monthly or quarterly when the frequency of use and workload are high. If the embroidery machine is used with deteriorated embroidery quality, broken threads, or misaligned threads, it may be necessary to replace the embroidery needle earlier. If the needle is visibly worn, deformed, bent, or broken, it is necessary to replace the embroidery needle immediately. Precautions. Before replacing the needle, it is advisable to clean the needle bed and needle plate to ensure that there is no residue or thread. When replacing the needle, be careful to avoid the tip of the needle touching fingers or other objects to prevent injury. After installing the new needle, you can perform an embroidery test to confirm that needle is installed correctly and to check how well the new needle works. Now you've learned to clean, oil, and change needles, so learn a little more about the other things you need to be aware of. Pay attention to the safety of electricity. Embroidery machine is powered by the power supply. In order to avoid circuit failure, you need to regularly check the power cord, line connection, control panel, and so on. If you find any abnormality, you should repair it in time or contact professional maintenance personnel. Avoid long-time continuous work. Long-time continuous work will make the embroidery machine overheat and may affect the life of the machine. Take appropriate breaks to allow the machine to cool down when in use. Keep it dry. Embroidery machines should be kept in a dry and ventilated environment to avoid the effects of moisture or harmful substances. If the embroidery machine is not used for a long time, it is recommended to place it in a closed transparent plastic bag to prevent dust. Of course, dust-proof cloth cover is also a good choice. Learn the usage skills. Understand and learn the usage skills and operation methods of the embroidery machine to avoid the damage of the machine caused by misoperation. That's all for today's video. The maintenance of embroidery machines varies from person to person. You can perform maintenance based on the actual usage condition. If you like this video, please like, comment, and share so that more friends who love embroidery can come and learn together. Wishing you a smooth and happy embroidery journey. We'll see you next time.